The NBA just blessed the Houston Rockets as the full 2025-2026 NBA schedule was just released, and the Rockets have a very favorable schedule that will hopefully produce a championship for H-Town when it is all said and done. Welcome to Rockets Digest, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. We're so happy you clicked on today's video and joined us here. Now, before we get going, a lot of you who click on this video and watch are not yet subscribed. In fact, over 70% of you who watch these videos are not yet subscribed, and I'm telling you, today is the day. If you are not subscribed but watch these videos, hit the subscribe button today because the schedule is out, and I'm going to confirm what I've seen some comments asking. Yes, we are going to have some NBA watch parties, some game streams for a lot of these Houston Rockets games in this upcoming season. So if you want to be a part of all the action, hit that subscribe button so you do not miss anything for this upcoming championship run for the Houston Rockets. Let's talk first about the nationally televised games for the Houston Rockets because that to me is a very important part of all this. The Houston Rockets, after finishing second in the Western Conference, doing a major overhaul this offseason, acquiring Kevin Durant, have 28 nationally televised games, which ranks fifth most, tied with the Timberwolves in the entire NBA. The Thunder, Lakers, Warriors, and Knicks are all tied for first with 34, which Lakers, Warriors, Knicks, that's more just based on location. Thunder, it's based on them being the defending defending NBA Finals champions. Now, behind the Rockets, the Nuggets have 26, Celtics have 25, Cavs 24, and Mavericks 23. So the Rockets are definitely in the tier that they probably should be in, given what we're expecting them to do this season. Now, for the full schedule, we'll kind of pop it up here for you on the screen. It's a little bit hard to read. You can pause, zoom in, do whatever you need to do. But if you can't really see and don't really want to zoom in, don't worry. We're going to go month by month, breaking down each month, each game, kind of the key things that are going on with the Houston Rockets. So this is just the full schedule that I wanted to pop on the screen real quick for you, just in case you hadn't seen it. Let's start, though, with all of these photos, and we'll have October here first. So a couple of preseason games to mention: the Hawks, the Jazz, the Pelicans, and again, the Hawks. Two of those games will be on the road. Two will be at home, the first two being the ones at home. And then you open up the season on the 21st of October, opening night on NBC against the defending NBA Finals champions in the Oklahoma City Thunder. And of course, it's banner night right in front of former Thunder Kevin Durant, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. It is going to be an absolute madhouse in OKC, and the Rockets are going to be there to wreck it. We're hopefully going to have a live game stream for that one on opening night. We'll definitely have that one. And then, of course, couple days later, it'll be the first game for Kevin Durant in the Toyota Center as we face off against the Detroit Pistons. That one is a 7 p.m. tip. And then you finish out with two other games in the month of October against Brooklyn and then on the road in Toronto. Now, this is October. I showed you the full schedule, and I want to just kind of put this out there and ask the question before I go too much farther. What is your record prediction for the upcoming NBA season for the Houston Rockets? Put your answer in the comment section, but are they going to go the same 52 and whatever last year? Obviously 82 games, so make the prediction based off that, but what do you think the Houston Rockets will be record-wise at the end of the season? Let me know down in the comment section. You can even just put your wins if you want, because personally, I think the Rockets would have 55 wins, which, doing a little bit of quick math, that would put them for, 27 losses right there. So, pretty good for me. I'm saying 55 and 27 would be my record prediction. Let's continue on with the schedule here. November is the start of the NBA Cup. Their first game in November is going to be November 1st. It's going to be in Boston against the Celtics. You'll have the Mavericks at home on the 3rd. That'll be a very fun matchup. The Grizzlies, and then you start your NBA Cup play. So NBA Cup play, it's going to be on the Fridays in November. You'll face the Spurs the first Friday, have two games with the Bucks away in Milwaukee, and then against the Wizards at home. And then another NBA Cup against the Trailblazers at 7 p.m. That one is going to be in the Toyota Center. Then you'll have the road game against the Magic, the home game against the Magic. The Cavaliers, you go on the road. And then, of course, the other NBA Cup game right there, the Denver Nuggets. Past that, it will also be down there below. The last NBA Cup game in terms of the round robin play will be against the Warriors and that one is going to be on a Wednesday. And then obviously there are games that we cannot account for because, well, the NBA Cup Championship, if the Rockets, were able to make that, the tournament, all that stuff. So lots of games that, may end up happening, but this is the scheduled games, and they'll finish off the month of November in Utah against the Jazz. Now, if we continue on in the schedule and go to December, you can kind of see that little part of the schedule that is blocked out for NBA Cup play. They'll be at least playing on the 9th and most likely 10th, but then past that, you kind of really don't know with how that tournament works out. Mentioned the Jazz being that final game of November into December on the 1st. Then you have a home game against the Kings, a home games against the Heat. Then you have one of our first back-to-backs here. You have the Heat, and then you face the Dallas Mavericks. Luckily, Dallas isn't that far, so you're playing in Houston, and then just driving up the road, driving up, 35, 45, whatever you want to drive on there, and go up to the Mavericks to watch them there. Obviously, the NBA Cup takes out the next week and a half. Then you have a little bit of a long road stretch here. You have got the Pelicans, the Nuggets, the Kings, the Clippers, and the Lakers all on a road. And obviously, with the NBA Cup, you could also be on the road there. I think those might be in LA, whatever it is. You're going to be not home for a good while there in December, which kind of stinks. Obviously, you'll have the Christmas game against the Lakers, and that'll be fun and all in LA, but it kind of stinks that they're going to be on the road for such a long time, literally from December 5th until December 27th, in which they'll be back home facing off against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then, of course, you have the Pacers in that last game of the year before you switch over into 2026. Now, into January we go. Lots of games in January, and this is where the back-to-backs really heat up. You've got Brooklyn and then Dallas, once again, both those being on the road. You'll face off against Miami. Then you go on a road trip to Portland, in which you'll stay there and play 2 games, but not back-to-back, funny enough. An interesting little schedule alignment there where you're playing Portland in a 2-game stretch. You have a day in between, but you're playing them both in Portland. So, funny enough, we'll see Damian Lillard there. The Sacramento Kings, when you, come back down in through California before heading back to Houston, where this is going to be probably one of the tough stretches in terms of amounts of games from here until the end of January. You face the Bulls, have a day off, back-to-back against 2 really good Western Conference teams, both nationally televised games. The first game at home of the year against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and then right back-to-back another home game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Take a day off, you face the Pelicans at home. Luckily, a lot of home games in this, but then another day off, and the Spurs at home on another nationally televised game. Then you have your third back-to-back of the year where you face the 76ers and the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons is going to be on Amazon Prime. That is being added into the games this year. Have a day off, or rather 2 days off. Grizzlies, day off, and then another back-to-back, your third back-to-back in January, in which you face the Spurs, once again nationally televised, and then on the road versus the Hawks before finishing out the month of January on ABC versus the Dallas Mavericks. So that is January. Here is February. Pacers, another back-to-back here with the Celtics and Hornets both at home. The Thunder back on the road this time in OKC. You get a couple days off before another back-to-back doubleheader basically against the Clippers. Then you have the All-Star break there. So a little bit of a break after a really tough, you're going to have a back-to-back in 5 straight weeks. So lots of stuff for the Rockets to prepare for. That'll probably be, again, maybe not the toughest stretch in terms of opponents because you had the Thunder there. If you go back, here we go. Well, I can press the right thing here. January, you've got a back-to-back against 2 Western Conference playoff teams last year in OKC and in Minnesota. A playoff team back-to-back with the Detroit Pistons. The Spurs are supposed to be better this year, so are the Hawks. And then back-to-backs against the Celtics, who, say what you will, they find a way to be at least okay every year, even though they're not going to have Jason Tatum. Charlotte Hornets, and then back-to-back against the Clippers. So lots of back-to-backs here in that little stretch. Have the All-Star break, get a little time to rest, relax. Hopefully we're seeing a bunch of different Rockets at that game. I would love to see Alperen, Amon, and KD all there. That is kind of my hope, but hey, who knows what we'll see. Then you come out of the All-Star break with a couple of road games, first against the Hornets. And honestly, I can't see that logo. I'm kind of, let me peek in here real quick. I don't know. It looks like the Oilers to me. I really can't see that logo. I'm going blind. So just call me stupid in the comment section. That's a nationally televised game too. Is it the Nets? I really can't see it. Oh, it's the Knicks. It's the Knicks. I'm dumb. Okay. There's your dumb Jace mode. I had to stare into the depths of my screen because I couldn't see it. It's the Knicks because their logo is just a basketball and Knicks across it, and it's tiny for me. But either way, it was the Knicks. Then you come home, you face the Jazz, you face the Kings, a back-to-back there. Kings at home, Orlando Magic on the road. Then you're in Florida again with the Miami Heat to finish off February. Going to March now, a bunch of back-to-backs in this one as well. You'll have Wizards, Warriors and Trailblazers back-to-back, day off, Spurs, day off, back-to-back against the Raptors at home, then the Warriors on the road, ESPN nationally televised game for that one. The Pelicans after a daybreak, 2 days, then you get a Lakers at home back-to-back with a daybreak in between though, or excuse me, I should be a doubleheader in some ways, but you have the daybreak, both nationally televised, Fox on the Monday game, and then on the Wednesday game, you got the ESPN Wednesday night NBA matchup. Back-to-back after that one. At home, you're going to have 5 straight home games in this little stretch where you'll face off against the Hawks and the Heat. Then a little bit of a road stretch where we have days off in between all of these games. We have the Bulls, the Timberwolves, the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, and then the Knicks again, now that I know what that logo is. Finally going into the last month of the season, April, you have the Bucks and the Jazz at home. Your last 2 road games are against the Warriors and the Heat. And then you finish off the season with a back-to-back at home against the Sixers and Timberwolves before you get a day off, and your final regular season game of the year is, of course, against the Memphis Grizzlies. So that is the NBA schedule for the Houston Rockets. I ask you once again, if you'd like to put another one in there, what is your Rockets record prediction for the upcoming season? You can also just be a little bit vague and just put your win prediction. I mean, are they going to win out of 82 games? How many are they going to win? Just put a number in the comment section. I already said my piece. I think it's going to be a 55-27 season. Believe that math works out right because 7 plus 5 puts 2, and then 62 plus 20 is 82. So bang, there we go. But I would say 55-27 is my record prediction. What is yours? Get down in the comment section and let me know. And once again, if you are a part of the 70% who are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button today because guess what? We have game streams. We have talk about these games. We have a lot coming up, and the NBA season cannot get here soon enough. We appreciate each and every single one of you watching. If you have made it to the end of the video, I know you are a real one and a real Rockets fan, and I'm going to look to you when the Rockets are taking home that trophy in 9 months from now. So we appreciate you. We'll see you next time here on Rockets Digest, but for now, peace out.